I am excited about this last segment that we're going to get into because this one's a little different. We have not done this on the Tech John yet, but it's Thanksgiving is Thursday, Black Friday is Friday, Cyber Monday is next Monday, it's a week from today. So I figured that it would be, knowing that we're getting into the holiday season. Now I know for some folks, holiday season started probably the day after Christmas last year, and for many others, the official start to the holiday season. We used to say that it was Thanksgiving. I think Memorial Day is the official start now. I mean, it's like folks start shopping for holidays so early at this point. But
Yeah, I'd say around July when things start.
what we decided to do is, and I hit Terrance up this morning and just say, hey man, why don't we see if we can come up with some products, some gadgets that you might want to look out for. See if you can't get yourself a deal on something coming up. These are the kind of things that often will, you will find a good Cyber Monday or Black Monday deal. And honestly, man, almost everything you buy, you can find a good deal for on Cyber Monday or or Black Friday. And these things, you no longer have to wait until Friday or Monday. They literally started weeks ago, and they just kind of go until a couple weeks after Christmas, into the first second week of January. So I want to go first here, with a little device here. So my first pick is the Anker Nano 3 30-watt USB-C charger. Go ahead.
Before you get started, are there any special parameters? Is this just something you thought that was a good deal? Is this something that you use? Is this something you think our audience is going to use? What was your parameters for picking these?
This is I am a tech gadget fiend. These are the kind of things that I would get for myself.
Okay.
And oftentimes do, which infuriates my family because they can never buy me anything because I don't wait for, if there's something I want, I just kind of go get it. So these are things that many of them I already own, or we're going to see if I can't hold off another 6 weeks, 5 weeks or however long we have until until Christmas comes. So like I said, the first one I'm picking is the Anker Nano 3 30-watt USB-C fast charger. Reason I'm picking this is because I believe, Terrance, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Was it back in 2020? Was the iPhone 12? Was that the first iPhone to come without a charger brick in the box?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So we're a couple years into no chargers.
I think it was 11. I take it back. I think
The 11?
iPhone 11. Yes.
So I know it's been several years. Like I said, 2020 is I think the year that it happened. Maybe 2019. But anyway. What I'm starting to notice now is that I have nieces and nephews and just like friends and family who are getting new phones, but they're not getting these new bricks. And they're always saying, man, how does your phone charge so fast? Because I literally have a 60-watt charger. So my phone charges ridiculously fast because I'm putting all that power into it. Well, they're still using their original chargers from their iPhones from years ago that weren't fast chargers. So this was just a good pick. It's not, terribly expensive. I think it's like under $25. And it does fast charge. It'll charge your iPhone 14 up pretty darn quick. Or any, the charger is USB-C. So you plug whatever cable you want to plug into it and then plug that into your device. So it'll support, clearly USB-C. It'll also support the, what is the charger called on the iPhone? Lightning, support the USB to Lightning cable.
Right.
And they're cute, as my daughter has told me, because they come in like multiple of these pastel colors that, chances are you can match it up to a recent iPhone or Android
smaller
device. And they are very tiny. And one of the things I like about them is that they actually fold in. The prongs fold in. Mm-hmm. So they're so small, you can literally put it in your pocket and not feel out of place. I mean, you wouldn't even notice it in there. It's they're very, very small.
Yep, I have one of these, and I have the Anker multi-port that's got 2 or 3 of these, and then like a USB-A port as well. So I can
right. So like I said, and we'll put links to all the stuff in our show notes. So anybody who's listening, you don't have to try to remember what we're telling you. You can go just download the show, look at the show notes, and it'll be right there. But I'm an Anchor fan. I have bought multiple Anchor devices from multiple people in my family, and like I said, this is one that that I actually got for someone. I was like, yeah, it's actually not it's not a bad gift. It's a nice little stocking stuffer. So it is once again is the Anchor Nano 3 30-watt USB-C fast charger.
All right. So my parameters for picking stuff is something that I already have or something I'm looking at getting myself. So I didn't want to be out here like, oh yeah, I think you should get this. Then somebody asked me a question about it. I don't know. I guess, this is stuff either I'm interested in or already have, or stuff that I'm actually actively looking for, either for a Christmas present for myself or for others. So actually the first one I'm listing is one I already have and I already use on a regular basis. It's a SanDisk 2 terabyte portable solid state drive, and right now it's on sale at Amazon for $150, which actually is 300. I had to read this a couple times to make sure that I got the price right. Normally on Amazon, this 2 terabyte portable SSD, which is about as small as, I don't know if you're for those listening, you got to pretend like I'm using my fingers, but about the size of maybe smaller than a match of cards, or like about smaller look.
It's a little smaller. It's smaller than a credit card.
Yeah. And so I had to read this to make sure it's right. On Amazon, the list price for this 2 terabyte portable solid state drive is $459. It is 67% off and is actually on sale for $150. And I don't know if you use external hard drives out there. External hard drives are cheap nowadays. Solid state is the way to go, but you can put this on a keychain, and for $150 have 2 terabytes of storage on you. I actually use this on a regular basis for editing videos, between the Tech John, between my own videos, between Snob OS. I'm editing videos and uploading videos and saving a lot of video footage, which can be big, right? So I actually use this and I actually have my editing library on this drive that I actually use. So that's my pick. Again, this is the SanDisk 2 terabyte extreme portable solid state on Amazon for $150.
Yeah, I have a couple of these. In fact, I just bought one not too long ago, probably in the last 3 or 4 months, because the other one I was running out of space on it. And although it has like the $459.99 on here on Amazon, it wasn't that. I want to say,
yeah, that's what I say.
I think the regular price is like maybe $189 for the 2 terabyte. So still, you're still getting like a $40 discount on here, but you're not getting that ridiculous discount that, like I said, this is listed at $459.99. I've never seen this cost that, and I would not recommend anybody spend that much on this, because there are other ones you can get that would cost less. But yeah, these things are great, and they're tanks, man. They're darn near. I don't want to say they're indestructible. I don't want to say that. So I don't want people going out and and tossing them in the street or anything like that. But they are rugged. Like Terrance says, you can put this on your keychain. I'm not sticking mine on my keychain. It just goes in the bag, but I wouldn't be worried about it if it were. I wouldn't be worried about it clinking into other keys, or I drop my keys or something like that, and it hits the ground. This thing feels like it would bounce and just keep going. I mean, it feels like Lego. It's like, I don't want to say it's as indestructible as Lego, but it's like it seems like it is very, very well put together. So that's a good pick.
All right.
So my next one here is it's got a weird name, but I'll explain what it is. But it's called the VG-Azer Magnetic Levitating Light Bulb Desk Lamp. So imagine a circular, imagine like a wireless charger, sits flat on your desk, and above the wireless charger is just a light bulb that floats upright and is lit. That's the best way to try to, picture what this thing is. It's like it's got this base with a magnet in it and sends power into the light bulb. And you stick the light bulb, when you turn it on, you stick the light bulb over top of the magnet, and it literally just floats above and is balanced perfectly above this platform, and it just floats there. I mean, you could run your finger under it. Like, you got to do it quickly, because if you put it there too long, it'll actually make the light fall down. But you can run your finger under it. The light is literally just floating there in the middle of the air. And it's pretty cool. I had one on a desk, years ago, and I don't know what happened to it. It's like, I ended up leaving this position. I'm certain that I put it into a box. I just can't remember what I did with it. So I was like, I kind of like that thing. I cannot find it. I don't know if I accidentally threw it away or something like that. So I want to get another one. So this one, as I said, it is called the VG Azer Magnetic Levitating Light Bulb Desk Lamp. It comes in two versions. The one that I really like is the one that I've explained, where it's the saucer and the light above the saucer, and it's just floating. There's another one where it's almost like a lamp, to where the lamp comes up, it's got a curve on it, and then the light bulb hangs from the curved part of the lamp. So literally the light bulb is hanging down below the magnet, and it's just hanging in the air. And that one looks pretty cool as well. So these are both, once again, they're on Amazon. I want to say they're roughly in the $70, $80 range or something like that. But it is the VGA Zer Magnetic Levitating Light Bulb Desk Lamp.
All right. So let's see. Where my notes at? Let's see. All right. So my next one is AirTags. Everybody's familiar with Apple AirTags, but Amazon has a little deal, $25 off for $75. And the reason why I advocate for these is because, of course, like I mentioned before, I have them and they actually come in handy. I actually put a couple in my daughter's bag. She went with a band trip, and they went out of town, so she was able to watch or keep an eye on her luggage while she was, playing in the band, make sure nobody was in her stuff, make sure it gets lost, things of that nature. In addition to that, we've seen, let me rephrase. I have seen a bunch of stories in the news as it relates to people using AirTags to, of course, not track people. That's not what it's for. You can't be tracking your baby mama. Can't be, tracking out where your man is when he's supposed to be, quote unquote, at work. This is for lost and found, to find your luggage. I've seen countless stories where people have been able to use AirTags to let the police know where their bags are, so then the police can actually go and recover their lost items, whether it be a bag, you got expensive equipment in it, or if it's just luggage that you need to find out, the airline is telling you, we don't know where your luggage is. I saw a story to where somebody said, I'm actually looking at my luggage right now, and it says it's in your airport. And then, all of a sudden, mysteriously, your luggage shows up. So if you're a travel person that likes to travel, and you like to check a lot of bags, you're not doing the carry-ons, or if you just want peace of mind, I would definitely suggest AirTags, especially if you're an Apple user. Like I said, these are on sale for $75, which I think is about $25 off. Not a big deal, but definitely something I would advocate for.
Okay. So my last pick here is called the Razer Kishi V2 for Android or iOS. What this device is basically a controllers to play games on your smartphone. So imagine a Xbox or PlayStation controller that's split in the middle. You can slide the two halves of the controller apart, slide your device in. It'll be Lightning for the iPhone. It'll be USB-C for Android. Then snap back together, and you now have your phone in between very, very good Xbox-like controllers. And that's what the Razer Kishi V2 is. Now, I had the version 1. And and it was cool. It was one of those things where I say, like, I am a gadget fiend. So even though I don't play a lot of video games on my phone, it was kind of cool to have. And trust me when I tell you, it makes playing any type of shooting game or driving game or any game where you're trying to use your thumbs on the screen, as compared to, playing like, the games where you just have like tiles dropping, or, Candy Crush type games. But when you actually needed to be, use manual dexterity and your thumbs to control stuff, these controllers make things significantly better. I had the version 1, but I wasn't using it, so I kind of gave it to my nephew. But I saw that they have version 2 out, and I will just say this for anybody: if you play, video games on your relatively new smartphone, let's just say something newer than you've gotten it since 2020. You can play every bit of game that you would play on something like a Nintendo Switch. These phones are high powered enough that you can play significant games, and you'll just enjoy them more if you have the actual controls. This has left D-pad, right D-pad, thumb, triggers. It's got index finger triggers, multiple of them. It's basically like using an Xbox controller, or almost like using like an Xbox Elite controller, or a PS, like a PS2 or PS3 or 4 or 5 controller that has all those buttons on it. And it just gives you all kind of ability to play these games with. So once again, like I said, I don't have the version 2, but everything that I've read about the version 2, it just trumps version 1 in almost every way. So if you at all play games, or ever would think you would play a game on your mobile device, whether it be Android or iOS, check out the Razer Kishi V2 for Android or iOS.
All right, and then my last one is Apple Watch SE, the most current version of the Apple Watch. You got to go to Walmart to get this one, but get $50 off at $150 for the latest Apple Watch SE. So I'm actually looking at this for one of my kids for Christmas, because maybe a year or so ago we bought her the Apple Watch version 3, which was already long in the tooth at the time we purchased it. So it's showing its age, super slow, doesn't connect as fast, doesn't transmit messages as fast. So looking to upgrade her for Christmas. So definitely looking for a Apple Watch. So I may pick this one up for my daughter. Like I mentioned, it is on sale for $150, $150, which normally I think are $199. So definitely check that out. Like I said, you got to go to Walmart to get it, but definitely check that one out.
Good pick, man. So I actually like this segment. With the holidays coming up, maybe we'll do it a time or two again before Christmas gets here. In case anybody is interested in just what we think is good tech that you might want to go out there and get.